This is Minor Geek, also known as Vamp Mario, and we are back with more. Excuse me. Lorcana unboxing. Figured we'd do some more packs and talk a little bit about the game while I have a short amount of streaming time. But I figured we could do that. But yeah, we're gonna jump right in. So I got some Chapter 1 and Rise of the Floodborn, aka Chapter 2. Packs to open. We might be rocking back for a late Friday painting video, working more on my Space Orcs, as well as just a bunch of characters for our multiverse campaign, which we're trying to do in going to be the new year, because we're going to be still working on some of the custom rules for that, some of the custom characters, but we're going to be doing that. Presumably, this music will hold us through the entire thing. I'd love to know if the music is too loud. But yeah. So, we're going to go on an epic journey together. I figured to have fun, we jump through Chapter 1, save the Floodborn for the second half, and just talk a little bit about the state of the game. Because a lot of people have there's a lot of rumors out there, there's a lot of other stuff going on, of just what is in fact, is the game a success? Is it popular? Are people playing it? And I think there's a mixed bag to that question. There's a lot of different answers to it. I think some folks are playing it, some folks are not. It really depends on your area and what the availability of the cards are and the sets are. But it's intriguing. And I will have a Warhammer Christmas painting segment potentially. I might do a little quick stream. Again, late night. We'll see how that goes. But I have the Gabo from not this year, but last year. And he's like riding a squig. I haven't painted that model yet. It's a model I had from last year. And I do want to do a Christmas reaction video of the haul of stuff, because being a gamer and a hobbyist, I get a lot of stuff related to that for the holidays, so it's always fun to do that. My family's very generous and puts up with my craziness. My craziness as it goes. But yeah, so let's jump on in. Okay, so it is not showing me. Oh no, it is showing me the current. That's really weird. There was somebody there, and then there was somebody not there. Interesting. Okay, so, but good news is we're not having that. I'm just double checking that we can see my hand. Yes, we're not having the thumbs up, thumbs down problem. I fixed that. Yeah, weird new feature on a Mac apparently, that you could have live interactions. Who is this person? Cool. So yeah. So any questions you guys have, please let me know through the comments. Okay, cool. Sorry guys, I'm just apparently they don't let you see. Interesting. All right, I'll figure that out later. Sorry to bottleneck the stream. All right, cool. So let's jump into Chapter 1. Let's open those up. Like I said, please share any comments, or if you're playing Lorcana, if you're deep into it, what your thoughts are on the game. If you have questions about Lorcana, I'm more than happy to help. If you have been not in the know for Lorcana, basically Lorcana is a Disney TCG game made by Ravensburger. Ravensburger. I always say the name of the company wrong. You may know them for a lot of like board games, so they've done a lot of like IP related board games. One of my favorites is Horrified that they did, which is a horror themed board game that they've done a lot of Disney licensing. They've done a lot of other stuff. Partially why they got into the card game, but this is the first time they're doing a collectible card game. So Chapter 1 packs, they came out in November. And then the Floodborne packs, Chapter 2, came out in December. They've actually already announced the third chapter. I think their goal was to lay out 4 chapters or 4 sets in the first initial release, and then they're going to kind of go back and do more. For this game, it has been scarcity through the 9 yards, at least for the first chapter. It was super scarce, hard to find when it first came onto the scene. They did do a reprint of the first set, so these are the second printing, I guess, of these cards. The value for the first set has kind of dwindled down a lot, and it looks like Floodborne, the second chapter, is starting to have the same effect. So the value is kind of, there are still cards that are worth a lot. It's kind of following Magic suit of more like if the card is playable and good, it has value. It's not like Pokemon where its favorite characters have value a little bit more. So yeah, and it's similar to Magic. It's got colors. Interesting in this game, 60 card deck, that's your max, and you have to pick at least 2 colors. So every deck has to have at least 2 colors in it. So a little bit different than Magic. I would say basically if Pokemon, Magic, and Dragon Ball Super all had a kid, which is really weird because it's like a intertwining of a lot of things. It sort of takes the best of all those games. The objective in this game is to get to 20 Lorcana. You're not damaging your opponent. You're just trying to gain more, get to the level 20 of Lorcana before them. It is a more like Pokemon system of like you take a turn, I take a turn. There's not ways to interrupt people on their turns unless, as we get to the 3rd or 4th set, they start to introduce that. It is very much like a perfect turn or like setting your turn up. So the strategy is like figuring that out. A lot of like board control and card control and that kind of stuff. So cool. So we're gonna just jump on in. I'm not gonna go over every card. I'm just gonna kind of show what we get. And like I said, this is my hopes in the Chapter 1 packs, and then we'll jump to the Floodborne packs, which are the newer stuff. My hopes, was that the same? That was the same picture. That's interesting. My hope for the Chapter 1 packs is I'm really trying to hit Rapunzel, an Amber. There's an Amber Rapunzel, which still is a very pricey card, and I would rather get it in a $6 pack. I did pay MSRP for these. There are 12 cards in a pack. You get 2 rares in each pack. And then there are, of course, the enchanted rares, which is what everybody is hunting for in these. They're the most valuable cards. They're alternate art cards. They're doing kind of the Pokemon thing, where you have an alternate art card that is going to be your big moneymaker. And we're just going to jump through and see what we get. Stolen Scimitar is our first card. Develop your brain. Apu. So again, just to go over creatures really quick, like a primer. So Apu, again, like Magic, attack, defense, how much you have to pay for the character. Now, what's interesting, where I say that they're like Dragon Ball Super and other games, is that your deck cards are also your resources. So they don't have land or a separate resource. You either choose, so if you see a card like this that has a swirl or a circle, it's inkable, meaning you can just put it down as an ink to then help you cast other cards. So it's kind of interesting. So sometimes you'll throw away cards, sometimes you won't, depending on what's going on the board. And he would be able to quest for 2 Lorcana. So tapping is a thing in this game. So if you tap him, he would quest for the Lorcana. But if he is tapped, he is now able to be attacked by your opponent. So that means he will be vulnerable that turn. If a character is not exhausted, then they are not able to be attacked, which is very, very simple rules. That's what I like about the game. It's got very simple mechanics. It's not very hard. Again, new games usually do because we only have a couple of sets and cards. Pumbaa. Maleficent. We're going to see many versions of Maleficent. We're going to see many versions of Captain Hook in this first set as well. Anna. There actually are only one. I think there's only one Anna in the first set. There are multiple Elsas, though. And that is an uncommon, so when we see that symbol on the bottom, we're uncommon. All the rest were commons. The Mad Hatter. Chief Tui. Alright, so we start off our first rare with a Hades. This is Hades when he takes the throne of Olympus in the Hercules movies. And we got a Genie, so we did start with an Epic. Oh, we got a foiled Elsa. That actually is probably going to be a worth card. It's an uncommon, but it's cool that it's foiled. And it's actually a nice foiled one to get. But we did score an Epic. So Epic is done, noted by the silver on the bottom. And then this is a regular rare. Genie's okay. He's not the greatest one to get, but it's funny. I actually needed one more Genie to finish a playset, so I'll take it. Again, things I would have rather gotten. Maleficent the Dragon would have been one. The Brave Little Tailor Mickey would have been another one. And obviously my wonderful Rapunzel, which I would have loved. But and obviously any legendaries, but I actually have gotten quite a few of the legendaries. All right, let's see what we get in our next 12 cards. Sergeant Tibbets, Stitch, Yasma, Sudden Chill, Donald Duck. We're going to see a few Donald Ducks in here. Another Captain Hook, Cinderella, Simba, Cut to the Chase. First rare is Magic Mirror. Oh, that's a good Epic to get, actually. So Stitch is our next Epic, and I do not have many of this Stitch. So this is Rockstar Stitch. This is a good Epic to get. Very cool. And then we have a foiled Mickey. And then you may have noticed these other cards. They have these art cards, which are really cool, and you get 4 of them to make a full image. This is the Brave Little Tailor Mickey. I love the art style in this and these cards as well. The Stitch was actually a good pull, so I'm happy. It's interesting what I've gotten the reprinted cards. I actually feel like in the Chapter 1 cards, I'm getting a lot more of the cards I didn't get the first time around, which is really funny to me. So I find that super interesting that is in fact something that's happening. All right. So we have Simba, the Wardrobe, Aladdin, Prince Ali, Merlin. I love the artwork for the Merlin card because they have reimagined versions of the characters as well as the regular characters. Minnie Mouse, Goons from Maleficent, her henchman, Reflection, Flynn Rider, Triton. Unfortunately, I do have a full playset of Ariel, so this is going to be an extra rare, and another Magic Mirror, and Aladdin. So not the greatest showing in that pack. We didn't get triple rares or like multiple rares. I should have mentioned we opened. I had 9 Chapter 1 packs. But I will say I'm very happy they reprinted the first set because now I can just go in and get like all the cards. Because like that is always the nice thing about even when you're doing a TCG game to have play sets of all the cards, because if you want to make different decks, you have the ability to. And I'm a huge Disney fan, Elsa. So I want to collect all the cards. Healing Glow, Wardrobe. This might be one of the last times I buy Chapter 1. Duke of Westleton, Maleficent, Break, Mickey Mouse, Starkey, Tigger, Marshmallow. I have a full playset. Yes! Oh, we pulled the legendary Rapunzel. Yes! Oh, God. All right, that's a big card. So this is a $50 card. That's amazing. That's what I wanted to pull. So part of why I wanted to pull the Rapunzel is because the Rapunzel is part of a bodyguard deck that I'm doing. So when you play this character, remove up to 3 damage counter damage from one of your characters. Draw a card for each 1 damage removed this way. She's a 4 to cast. She's a 1/5. So I have a bodyguard deck. She is like quintessential in that deck because she helps to clear off damage counters. So that's pretty awesome. So I'm going to have to rework that bodyguard deck, which is going to be really cool. But I did score a Rapunzel. So that was a big legendary I had not gotten before. But we did get an epic and a legendary in that pack. Marshmallow, unfortunately, is not a high-priced card, and I have so many of him. But what's going to be nice about this is also I can start to use this for trading fodder if I'm trying to trade with other people. So that's kind of one of the things of why I'm trying to bulk up. But the Rapunzel was a good pull. That was a good pull. All right, Goofy. Akuna Matata. Magic Broom. Stampede. Flounder. I'm going really fast through these. Break. Ursula's Cauldron. The Beast is Mine. Eye of the Fates, which I actually don't have a lot of these cards. LeFou, unfortunately, I have quite a few of. That was our first rare. And then Captain Hook, Captain of the Jolly Roger. I actually have a full playset of these, so this is an extra rare as well. And a foiled Cinderella, which is actually a really good card because I'm going to be making a princess deck, which is going to be all about songs. And you can see here, so I love the mechanic that they actually have the singing mechanic in the game. So normally a character of 4 would sing songs, so basically be able to cast song actions of 4 for free. But she can actually do, she's considered a 5 singer. So she can actually sing a higher valued song. And it's remove up to 3 damage from each princess character. So she is definitely going to be in my deck, so I'm glad to get a foiled version of her because I like making my deck very blingy in its stuff. I mean, basically that Rapunzel paid for all the packs, which is really cool. And like I said, it was nice that I picked up the Stitch and I picked up the Genie, which is all really good. So those are like good pulls. They're good pickups. So, all right. So we have Maleficent, Peter Pan, Phil, another mini, a Dingle Hopper, Break, Frying Pan, Fan the Flames, another Anna, Sword of Truth, which is a rare that I don't have a full playset of, so I'm happy I got that. Ooh, we scored a legendary Ursula, another good. Again, value has dropped on the card, but I love that we got another legendary. That's pretty cool. Oh, and then we got a foiled Mother Gosselin. Not the greatest epic, but it is a foiled epic, so I'll just I'll switch that out for my playset. While this character is exerted, opposing characters can't quest. So has a decent ability, but the Ursula is insane. The Ursula is really good. Now, the one thing about the Ursula is she's not inkable, so she kind of will stay in your hand for a while. But when you play this character, each opponent loses 1 lore. You may draw a card for each 1 lore lost this way. She can quest for 3, and she's a 2/8. So you could really have a lot of fun with her in a deck, especially if you have a way like Bodyguard or other mechanics. So she's pretty good. So far, pretty happy. 2 legendaries, pulled a few epics. These packs are a lot better than the last time I grabbed. Oh, excuse me. Chapter 1 packs. Yeah, this is a much better pull so far. Duke of Wesselton, Maleficent, Aladdin, Street Rat, Minnie Mouse, Beloved Princess, which she will be in my princess deck. Jetsam, Hercules, which is in my bodyguard deck. Reflections. Flynn Rider. King Triton. My first rare. Damn it. I have 9 of this rare. I have so many of them. Maurice, good card. And I want to make a deck around him, but I have so many of him. Oh, another legendary. Okay, not a great one. But it is another legendary, and I did not have a full playset of him. Characters with cost 2 or less can't challenge your characters, which is a cool ability. He's just so overly priced. He's a 6/6. He's a quest for 2. Oh, that's a nice foil. That's a cool foil to get. Tinkerbell Tacticianer. Tiny Tacticianer. All right, we're on the second to last Chapter 1 pack, and then we're going to open up all of the Floodborn... Excuse me. The 8... Am I lying? How many Floodborn packs do I have? 6. I have 7. I was one more, so... And I'd love to hear your Lorcana experience, whether it's buying Lorcana, playing Lorcana. If you're lucky enough to have a store that has been well stocked on Lorcana and has like actually done Lorcana events, that is super cool. All right, we got Scar, Timon, Dr. Facilier, Meg or Megara, Mickey Mouse. Simba. You have forgotten me. Lilo, a very nice Lilo. Very good card. A 4/2, a quest for 2, and it's 3. It's not a bad thing to cast. Moana, which is like anti to 1 card, which is not a good Moana. Alright, first rare, Let It Go, which I actually have not gotten a lot of this rare, so that's a good one. Oh, that's a good hit. Another, the Tinkerbell. Again, her value went down, but Tink is a good card. So it's Tinkerbell Giant Fairy. She's a 6 to cast. She's 4/5. She can shift up from one of the other Tinkerbells, so you pay 4 to shift her from one of the lower Tinkerbells. Rock the Boat. When you play this character, deal 1 damage to each opposing character. So it just hits every character, which is amazing. During a turn, whenever this character banishes another character, in a challenge, you may deal 2 damage to chosen opposing character. So when she takes out another character, you just hit another character for 2. Great board control. Very is going to be in my bodyguard deck, because I like her as a thing. Very good. So that's another good hit. We got the Rapunzel. We got that. Even the Ursula. Like, we're getting the better rares of Chapter 1, which is good. Stolen Scimitar for my foil. All right, last one. No enchanteds yet for anybody out there that's wondering if we pulled one. Did not pull out enchanted. I have been lucky enough that in Chapter 1 I have 2 enchanted rares, but I've never pulled more than that. I won't. I know I won't. I know it's not going to happen. All right. Tangle. Sebastian. Another Tinkerbell, which would not be one I would probably shift up, because you'd have to pay shift 4. It would make more sense to use one of the 2 Tinkerbells. Vicious Betrayal. Mufasa. Interesting that those 2 cards were next to each other. Aladdin. Maximus. Smash. All right, let's see. We're almost there. Shield of Virtue. Ooh, just in time. Not the rare I would have wanted. Oh my god, I have pulled so many of him. I have like 8 of him. I think he's a really great card, but I have so many of him. And he's going to be in my bodyguard deck, because it's whatever this character quests, you may deal 1 damage to chosen character. So the idea is I want to use him to quest a lot and then have the bodyguards jump in the way. So you're just doing more damage. So you're damaging down characters, so the bodyguards, it becomes less enticing to go after him. So it's like free damage every turn just to kind of do it. All right. Oh man, not how I wanted to end out. So again, no enchanted rares, but I am happy with the pulls. We're just do a really quick look at the Chapter 1 pulls, and then we're going to jump right into opening up the other ones. But we, so on the, just going to do this. So on the Epic, so we pulled, yeah, we actually pulled quite a bit of stuff. Yeah, so in our pulls, we pulled 3 legendary cards, 2 of which are pretty good. We got the Rapunzel alone makes up for the whole stack of packs. So the Rapunzel was a great pull. I've been wanting more of these. She's $50 to grab. So like getting her in a pack is much better. Obviously it's much more cost effective, but it's luck, so you don't know you're gonna happen. Ursula, pretty decent. I think she's like a $10 card now. She might be down to 5. He's horrible. But it gets me closer to having a full play set of her, and it gets me closer to get a full play set of him. And now I have this for my bodyguard deck, because I do want her in that bodyguard deck. So that was good. We did score a lot of epics. And obviously, if I had to rake the epics I got, Genie's not bad. The Stitch, Rock and Roll Stitch, is a great card. The Tinkerbell is a great card. Not so much, but I love getting foiled epics, so that was a really good pull. Just because anything foiled that's an epic or legendary, it just makes the value of it a little bit more, which is nice. And then we didn't hit any extra rares, but if we count up our rares, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we got 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we got 19 rare cards out of what should have been, yeah, so we got 1 additional card that was rare, which is great. The foils we got, this I think is a nice foil, the Elsa. Nothing really crazy in here. I love that we got another princess foil for my princess deck, so that's a really good pull as well. So I'm happy about that. So that's all good. So that's our Chapter 1. Let's move into our Floodborn. And like I said, guys, in the chat, let me know what your Lorcana experience is. And if you got questions about the Lorcana game, or just questions on like playing it, or just the whole like community around it, I'd love to answer those questions. And if you're new to us and new to our channel, I don't always do pack unboxings. I've been trying to do them as I can, but we mostly do miniature painting and tabletop stuff. I'm going to start creating terrain and other things. We're going to have a little bit more of a focus. We're a late night channel, so if you're around in the 11 o'clock normal area, that's where I'm going to be able to do stuff. But I do miniature painting. I'm a commissioned artist, I'm a commissioned painter as well. So we have a lot of really cool stuff and content on there. And you can check our YouTube for older content where I'm archiving everything now, and then we're going to be doing some original content as well. All right, let's get into our Floodborn packs. This is the newer set. I paid $10 for these, so that's a good sign. They actually went down in price. They're supposed to be $6. I can't find a local store that has them, so I do have to pay a little bit more for them, which is a little annoying. Let's go for it. So this is the second set that they've done. First printing of the second set. I don't know if they're going to do a second printing like they did for Chapter 1. So Ratigan is going to be our first card. Basil. Snow White. I love this Winnie the Pooh. I love this artwork. I actually bought the playmat of this artwork because I love it so much. I'm also going to be doing custom playmats for Lorcana, so stay tuned for that. Felicia, Beast. I love that too. That's another one of the playmats they have. Ellie LaBeouf, Donald Duck, Perfect Gentleman, Sardine Can for my Rescuer fans out there. This is Maurice's workshop, which actually complements Maurice. So if I'm doing that item deck, so this is a good rare to get. Ooh, we got an epic, which is Tiana, not the greatest epic to get because she's in the starter decks, so you can get her very easily. And then I'm going to move this around. And then we got Go the Distance for our foil. And then just so you guys see, there is, of course, different artwork for the 4-panel artwork thing. All right, so far, not the best. I will say that I am very unlucky. I am very unlucky with my Floodborn pulls, usually. I did not even say what that card was. Panic. Nothing to hide. Grumpy, which the dwarves will be part of the princess deck. I'm Stuck. Go the Distance, regular version. Cinderella, so this is a reimagined Cinderella. It's kind of nice, kind of cool, and there's actually a Knight Cinderella, which I pulled. When you play this character, you may draw a card, then choose and discard a card. Nice basic. Dopey. Launch. I think I already might have given away something. Raya. All right, so Hercules. I actually have never gotten this rare before. Hercules, Divine Hero, Shift 4, Resistance 2. So Resistance is a new mechanic they put in the game. So it resists, so you minus that from the damage when they're getting hit. Decent, not bad. I actually have... Wait. Okay, I thought there was an extra rare there. Our second rare, I've never gotten this one either, which is Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo. Return chosen character of yours to your hand and play another character with the same cost or less for free. So it's a flash, and then you get to play what you want. That's really cool because then you could replay the other character because you didn't spend the resources. That's a really good card. Only for 3? All right. So we did hit something. It's just not what I wanted. But I can't be a complainer because, let's see, just out of curiosity, I don't usually check things ahead of time, but let me just hold on. Sorry, guys. I will show what I got, but I want to have I want to have a value. Yeah, that's what I thought, because she's probably not the most popular. So we did hit. I said I was unlucky in my pulls. We did hit an epic. Not an epic. I did get an enchanted rare. So I'm gonna do. Oh, that did not work. Oh, did my sound just all die? Oh. Are you guys still hearing me on the mic? Oh, that's interesting. That my sound just dropped out. Okay, so that's an interesting audio issue that I'm going to have to work with now. I think it's because of the way I set up the soundboard. It muted my sound. That's really weird. Okay. Sorry, guys. What I was trying to do was that. Yeah, so we did hit gold. This is a $97 card. So obviously that makes up for the $10 charge on the packs. Not the epic, not the enchanted I wanted. Lady Tremaine, I'm probably never going to play with this card, which kind of sucks. But she's Shift 4. When you play this character, each opponent chooses and banishes one of their characters. So it's an interesting card. Raya, the dragon from the set, I would have wanted instead of that. I would have wanted probably most of the other epics, but it's pretty funny. This is how my luck was with the first set, where I got the stuff I didn't want. So we got Flint Rider for a set. So that was our first pack. Was that our first pack? Is that all came? Yes, that was our second pack. This is our third pack. Jasmine, Happy, Jiminy Cricket, Mulan, Prince Naveen, Jafar. I love this Jafar. The artwork for this card is amazing. Belle, Fairy Godmother, Minnie, which I've gotten a few times as a rare, our first one. Ooh, I haven't gotten him yet. Grand Poppy. Whenever you remove one or more damage from one of your characters, gain 2 lore. Not a bad card. 3 quests for 3 lore. He's not inkable, and he's a 3/6. Pretty cool. Ooh, a nice foiled Happy. I like foiled dwarves. Those are going to go really nicely. So we're about a little less than halfway through. We did get the enchanted, so I can now say I have an enchanted for both of them, which is pretty cool. All right, so we got Ratigan, Gumbo Pot, the Queen, Chip the Teacup, Baloo the Bear, Bunja, Duck, Judy Hopps, Card Soldiers. Now, I've gotten a full playset, so this is an extra one. But Peter Pan Shadow, that's our first epic that we got. Or first epic, as in first rare of this pack was an epic. Evasive, Rush. Your other characters with Rush gain Evasive, which is kind of cool if you want to make a Rush deck. We got a second epic, Mickey Mouse, Friendly Face. Whenever this character quests, you may pay 3 less for the next character. Ooh, that's really good. Any quest for 3. He is a little high on the cost, though. And we got a third epic, and it's foiled. That's insane. We got 3 epics in one pack. Okay, so I might have to eat my words with the whole we're bad at pulling stuff, because the luck here is a lot better. Cheshire Cat from the Shadows. He's a shift 5 because there was a lower level Cheshire Cat in the first chapter. Evasive. Only characters with evasive can challenge this character. Banish chosen damage character. He's at 8 cast though. That's a tough cast. But that's crazy. We pulled 3 epic cards in one pack. That's insane. All right, this is intriguing. Gaston, Gumbo Pot, Sleepy, Legend of the Sword and the Stone, Raya, Let the Storm Rage On, Prince, which I need more of these for my Prince and Princess deck. Pain, Binding Contract, very cool. Hiram Flaversham. I have so many of him. He comes in the intro deck, so I have so many of that rare. That's our first rare. Our second is Shere Khan. I've never gotten Shere Khan before. And Shere Khan is Menacing Predator. Whenever one of your characters challenges another character, gain 1 lore. So if you challenge more people, red is kind of like direct hits. And we got a third rare. So this is a pack with 3 rares, and it's Cinderella, and it's a foil. I love it. I think I've gotten 2 foiled Cinderellas, which obviously she will be in my Princess deck because she's a Singer 3, but she's only a 1 to cast, which is really, really nice. That's awesome. So we got a pack with 3 rares in it, and we got a pack. We're down to 2 more packs, and we got a pack with 3 epic rares in it, and we got an enchanted. Very interesting. Hypnotize, Rabbit, Piglet, Merlin is a squirrel, Bon, Jafar, Pick a Fight, which I actually haven't gotten too many of these. Daisy Duck. I love the artwork for Daisy on this card. Cogsworth. First rare of the pack is Flynn Rider, his own biggest fan. Shift 2, He quests for 4. He's evasive. Oh my god. This character gets -1 lore for each card in your opponent's hand. Okay, so that means you'd have to make a deck where you like are annihilating your opponent's cards somehow. Pinocchio. That's a pretty solid card. Quest for 3. 1/1, 2 to cast. And then a foiled Snow White. And it's not the Snow White I would play with in my princess deck. It's the one I want, the one that makes the dwarves easier to play. Okay. Donald Duck. Basil. Hold Still. Elsa. A Tigger, so there's an alternate Tigger in this one. He's the superhero Tigger. Charge. 0 to hero. I love the artwork on that card. Nick Wilde. You Can Fly. I love that. Such a nice piece of artwork on that card. First rare is Queen of Hearts. Contemptuous Monarch. Whenever an opposing character is banished, you may ready this character. So she basically gets untapped every time you hurt another character. Oh, that's another big hit. These were really good packs. Belle is like a $10 to $15 card. Belle, Hidden Archer, Shift 3. I mean, I have such an amazing eclectic thing of green cards. Whenever this character is challenged, the challenged character player discards all cards in their hand. So this goes and pairs with the Flynn. So that would be a good combo to have those two. And then we got a foiled Basil. Well, these were I might have to eat my words on the luck factor because these were really good. So if we kind of like parsect out what we got, and you know how good it is because if you look at my foil pile, none of the foil, like I opened up 7 packs, half of them weren't even in the foil pile, which is crazy. So yeah, let's just pop some stuff up. I mean, this was insane that there were 3 epics in one pack. Yeah, obviously, I mean, I have to look at the rarities. I have to look at the values of these cards. But, I mean, obviously, right here. So, we got an enchanted rare, which is insane. So, I now have an enchanted rare, which these are super hard to get. It's like 1 in every 75 packs is an enchanted rare. So this is a $100 card right there. She's, I think, about a $15 card. So easily, we're winning across the board on these packs. We got a foiled rare, which is great. But we also scored 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 epic cards, one of which being a foil, which is amazing. And then we actually hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rares, and then we do 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So out of 7 packs, we should have gotten 14 rare cards. We actually got 3 more rare cards, which is really good. And we got Cinderella as a rare. So like, and by the way, that would have been one of the epics. That would have been one of the enchanteds I would have rather have gotten. I don't think that Grand Poppy is worth anything. He strikes me as yeah, I figured he's not worth anything. A lot of these cards have dropped in value. So Mickey Mouse, the Mickey might be worth something, but probably not. Yeah, he's not. I feel like these are a lot easier to get, but like Belle I know is worth something. So Belle, Hidden Archer. All right, yeah, she's the $8 card. She dropped too. So Belle dropped. She's like now more like a $10 card. So not as epic as before. I know all the rest of these are not worth anything. The Cinderella might be like, I don't know. I'd have to go through the rares here. Shere Khan was worth something, but he also has an epic rare. Epic. He has an enchanted rare. What's odd in this set is that all they picked. I spelled cheer wrong. That's fine. Yeah. So all these cards went down. So that again, the fact that I got the enchanted in here, that's what saved me on these packs. Like from a money standpoint, to buy this card would have cost me $100. So it makes it worth it. Not really, but it kind of makes it worth it. But yeah, the value for these cards is just not where it was, because they're just a lot more. They're a lot more accessible to people. Like, so many stores have a lot of stock of them, and you know, a lot of people I know, a lot of people out there I know were like not supporting the game because of like, now they're like, oh well, I don't need to buy them because they're so readily available. But that is the worst mentality to have with a TCG game, because what's going to happen is they're just not going to make as much of the third set, and then it's going to go back to being exactly the same way it was. So be careful, folks out there, that you don't stop supporting them. I can't believe we pulled an enchanted rare. That's crazy. I can't believe we pulled the Rapunzel out of there. So this was a really good pull. I now own at least one enchanted rare from each set. By the way, I think it's crazy that there are people out there that own full sets of each set's enchanted rares. I think that's insane. Honestly, in this set, I wanted the Shere Khan. Lady Tremaine. I don't like that bad guy. But this set had a few more of the bad guys as enchanted rares, which is interesting. But I'm happy with my pulls. I really like the Lorcana game. I think it plays really well. I like that it's an easy to get to know game, especially for families. I love that they're making the cards more readily available. I don't know what the future for the game holds as far as if they're going to like continue to have all of the sets available. My theory is that Chapter 1 will not be available once the other chapter comes out. I think they're going to have only 2 sets out at a time. I know they said they wanted to go into 4 sets, but I think they're going to do that because that's how a lot of other TCG games do. Most of them only have like 1 or 2 sets like out at a time because you start competing with yourself, right? Pokemon is the only one that doesn't, but that's also because they release like so many more sets a year. And Pokemon is literally rinse repeat. Like that is the point of Pokemon's game, is to just rinse repeat, print as many cards as you can. That's insane that we got an enchanted rare. So I am the proud owner of 3 enchanted rares, 2 from Chapter 1, 1 from Floodborn. We'll see if I can find Floodborn packs. My goal now is I'm not going to buy a pack unless it's like MSRP. The value of the cards just don't support the reason to buy a pack for more than MSRP. Because I could literally go online and buy singles. It's just that I'm not using all of the Floodborn cards right now, and I don't think they fit a lot of the decks that I want to make. So I'm not necessarily jumping to get them. But as I read through and alter my original deck ideas for Chapter 1, I might want to put some of them in there. But very happy with the pulls right now. So happy I pulled a Rapunzel. I can't tell you. But I'm going to sleeve all this up. And like I said, we might come back for a late night painting video. Kind of a Friday night, late night paint. Since I'm not going to work for a while, since it's the holidays and everything else. So I'm going to have some time. But if you guys enjoyed this and want to see more, let me know in the comments. Also, please check out our YouTube page and our other social media. I know this is kind of a short video, but I only had these packs to open. And I have some other stuff I have to take care of. So I hope to see you guys in the next video. And also, check out our website. As I said before, I'm a commissioned painter and artist. That's some great ways to support the channel. And we're definitely we're going to be coming back with a vengeance with model painting stuff. And I'm going to hopefully get back in the groove of reviewing some newer stuff. We're still trying to find our footing with new format, new way, including YouTube into this whole Megilla mechanic, and just reacting to my newer schedule and how things are going to work, and just innovating what we're doing and how we're doing it. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you at the next video. Take care, everybody.